There's a non-zero number of signs that I took photos of while in public toilets.
I think we finally worked out how Xeno got kicked out of the Hello Kitty store.
How does one fight an atomic warhead?
By becoming atomic.
Of course.
I mean, in fairness, if most of us jumped in front of a truck, we would be going to another world too.
I hope to stare at a baby like that one day.
Welcome one and all to the House of Judicial Sickness. This week we are interrogating a very jet-lagged Xeno after his triumphant return back from the other side of the world. But the wheels of justice never stop grinding the sausage of crime.
What the fuck?
As you may be aware from recent shows, we have a secret list of 3 anime that Xeno is not allowed to mention. This could be the main character from said anime, or something equally as integral to it. The more forbidden anime he mentions, the wider his ground-up crime sausage. So, as Xeno recently came back from Japan, some of the questions here may be related to his travels and not just anime, so without further ado, let's get this thing rolling before my lungs turn inside out. Xeno Crunchyroll, how long did you hang out in the Hello Kitty store before they politely but firmly kicked you out for being an absolute weirdo?
So I don't think I ever saw anything apart from like the welcome sign, like "Welcome to Tokyo" when we landed in Haneda. I don't think I saw anything Hello Kitty related. Oh no, that's telling a lie. I saw some Hello Kitty stuff in the Gundam factory, which was hilarious. I'm like, why is this here? But no, we didn't do Hello Kitty. We didn't do anything Hello Kitty related. Though we did go to the Square Enix cafe and had a themed Octopath Tale 2 lunch, which was surprisingly delicious and horrifically expensive.
I didn't realize you were gonna lie this early on in the thing. I know that you went looking for Hello Kitty shit.
Yes, and
Alright, Xeno show you. What are the defining characteristics of a closeted turbo weeb?
oh my god. Feels incredible amounts of shame for enjoying high school double D. Flies to Japan to buy a Rius Gremory statue. Pretends that there isn't any adult accessories with said statue. And then proceeds to... I didn't realize!
This all feels very specific.
I bought this statue, like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this statue. I like high school double D. I like Rius Gremory. And then...
Why does it require batteries?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't require batteries, but it's just like there's you can swap out the bust. And my friend pointed out, it's like, hey, why do you have like this? Why did you pick the adult one? I'm like, what do you mean? And apparently behind the actual the character profile picture on the actual box art, you can actually see it. Like, you just gotta angle the box correctly. And I'm like, oh crap, I didn't know that was there. So that was a little awkward conversation to have with my friends.
Did you swap it out?
Yeah, of course I did. I mean, yeah.
You bought it, you gotta try, right?
It came all this way.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it was the brand new one and not I didn't go to one of the second-hand stores. Okay, I'm just gonna say that one.
Those are all very good defining characteristics. I can now accurately spot and classify any variant of targeted closeted turbo weeb.
Yeah.
Thank you for this intel.
So, Xeno Pizza Cat, what was the weirdest vending machine you saw on your trip?
Cigarettes. Like, loads of people say, like, there's loads of weird vending machines. We barely saw any weird vending machines. The majority of them are just soft drinks. They are literally everywhere. I am not kidding. On the train platforms, you've probably got about, I don't know, 5 or 6 vending machines right there on the platform. It's mental. In terms of the weirdest ones, actually no. This may be weirder. Soup stock. There was actually a vending machine that sold soup stock, and it actually
That sounds
says
phenomenal.
yeah, it actually says on the vending machine, "Do not drink," because it comes in like your standard like half a liter bottles, like oh, it's just drink, and, like just crack it open. It's like, oh no, you're drinking soup stock.
That's pure sodium right to your system right there.
There were cigarettes and there were also ice cream ones, but the majority of the ones that we saw were just drink machines. Vast majority.
So no used underwear.
No, I will say, even though I was in Akihabara, I was not looking.
Okay.
Public cat bus Xenogelion. If you had to travel across the world to complete your weeb pilgrimage, and the airline only had one anime show that they played on repeat, what show would make you want to open the emergency hatch at 40,000 feet?
Oh god, what have I been... Oh, bloody hell, The Eminence in Shadow. Oh, fuck. I was thinking like Azumanga Daioh, but like... Eminence in Shadow is just so fucking bad. It's getting a second season. I don't know why.
I'm honestly glad I've never heard of it.
Good. It is the... Okay. I know I've ranted about this, but the main protagonist ends up jumping in front of a truck to go to another world so he can fight atomic warheads.
I mean, in fairness, if most of us jumped in front of a truck, we would be going to another world too.
It's just like, this is oddly specific.
How does one fight an atomic warhead?
By becoming atomic.
Of course.
Of course, like.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
But go.
It's like there was this really dumb memeable moment where like I know Reddit blew up over it, and it was just like the main character just goes, "I am atomic," and it was just like, this is the cringiest moment in the entirety of anime history, and I've watched Lucky Star, so
Xeno Tonkatsu. What, if any, influence do Japanese toilets have on the overall culture of Japan?
There's a non-zero number of signs that I took photos of while in public toilets.
You should submit these to evidence immediately for court review.
Here's one of them.
Why is that man staring intently at a baby?
So this the first one was a picture of how to use the dressing table for like the changing table for babies. Like one of my favorite ones was never leave. It was just like, I didn't know that was a priority.
It's like, okay, so if we were to put this into a timeline, it would be A, drop your baby off the floor purposefully, walk away, turn around, and then assert dominance by maintaining eye contact. That's literally all I'm getting from this.
But the second one was like, it was obviously don't smoke in the public restrooms and things. But like, please don't flush anything except toilet paper. And the image depicts a cigarette and in a very official looking document. And it's just like, what have people been flushing out?
No cigarettes, no invitations from the Queen, no legislation, please.
I was just what am I looking at?
No government secrets.
Yeah.
They'll find you for sure if you back up a toilet with some of those.
But aside from that, I think the cleanliness of the public toilets were just incredible. It put the UK to shame, which is not very hard, I'm going to admit. Because like the first public toilet I went to in the UK, I was just like, oh god, is this what these all smell like? Oh my god, how did I forget this trauma?
Illuminating.
Yep.
I hope to stare at a baby like that one day.
So, Xeno in the wrong time zone. Did you have a moment during your trip where you thought, I should not have done that?
There's climbing the mountain with 38,000 Torii gates. I got like, I don't know if I got halfway or 3/4 of the way. Oh god, I was wiped from that. That killed me. What shouldn't I have done? Oh god, yes. Yeah. So in the UK, it's quite common to physically hand the cashier, like, you know, here's like £10, here's a £20 note, whatever. In Japan, you don't do that. You put it on the little tray in front. They give you the oddest looks if you like you hand it to them. It's like, no, there's a tray in front of you. Put it on the tray. I don't want to be handed your filthy gaijin money. You know, I need to sterilize that thing with no, yeah. So I did get weird looks from that because it's just not common. It's just, you know, just not what the done thing. Like, but I'm trying to give you money here. It's like, yeah, put it on the tray. But that's not your hand. So, very, very, very.
The more
very,
you know.
Yeah,
Learn something
honestly,
new every day.
yeah, super weird.
That is really good to know.
I can't really think of anything else. Yep, there we go.
I've got something very important to tell you. It's, well, look, while I've got you, let me just remind you to make sure you hit the like button and turn on notifications, because maybe YouTube will actually use those. Speaking of YouTube, with ad support being what it is, if you'd like to see the show improve even more, consider heading over to patreon.com/Xenogelion. And if you like listening to Xeno rant about anime, head over to youtube.com/Compicast to find out what harem anime he's watching now. Oh yeah, I remember now. While you're watching, make sure you keep an eye out for the golden...
So, Ziabu, we've all heard stories of adult vending machines in Japan. So, in light of the fact that you have already been made out to be a liar and a pervert, how much money did you actually spend on gacha machine panties? And you can just give us a rough figure, like round it out to the hundreds if you like, that's fine.
-100? Like,
Well, you put the panties in and it gave you money. Did you have to submit your own panties for money in Japan?
So,
is that what you're saying?
So actual story. So I've already told you the story of the Rias Grammary statue that you know had adult bits, but they you know, they're tucked away behind the packaging. I was told, be careful going down that aisle, and I went, what aisle? And they had like pink lettering, and you know, it was like really clearly marked off section. I'm like, what is this aisle? I looked down the aisle. No word of a lie, everything's on display, right? No shame, no beaded curtain, no giant warning sirens, no nothing. I'm like, a kid could walk down this aisle, right? A kid could look down this aisle at a glance and get an eyeful. Wow.
I think we finally worked out how Xeno got kicked out of the Hello Kitty store.
Yeah, I was just absolutely, yeah. But didn't see anything else other than that aisle, which is burnt into my retinas. You know, every single time I close my eyes, I get flashes, literal flashes. Anyway.
Xenomiso. As someone from a fellow island nation, what has Japan gotten right that Britain should understand better?
How to sort your trash. That's the first one, right? In Japan, it's so clean there. It is so incredibly clean here, there. Over here, like, step off the plane and I just feel dirty looking at the country. I'm like, ew. So sort out the trash.
I've heard they also have like no trash bins in public places too. Like you're expected to carry in and out all your trash.
So they do have a lot of the vending machines will have like a bin or trash can for drinks bottles, specifically drinks bottles and cans, nothing else. Oh, one of the most admirable things that they have is they've created a lot of jobs effectively for the elderly, you know, so which I thought, you know, I'm not trying to say let's put the elderly to work, you know, cracking whips and
wow,
right. But the thing is, like, if elderly people don't want to just sit around all day and they actually want to feel like they're contributing to society, there's an option, and they're not like massively complicated jobs. It's, you know, we're just talking like simple stuff like guiding traffic and things like this. I was really impressed by that, like that level of culture.
I love that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and pricing out food. Jesus Christ, their food is so much more affordable than the UK's.
Though I do have heard that in Japan, fresh fruit is insanely expensive.
Oh God. You know what? Thinking about it, there was barely any fruit around at all, right? You know, so I know that they have these like incredibly flavorful like strawberries and things like this from Japan, and they cost like, is it $20 a strawberry? But
Whoa.
yeah, they're mentally expensive. It's like they're crazy expensive. Like they have lots of fresh meat and things like that. They have lots of rice-based stuff. You know, sushi and stuff does come with veg as well, but it's, yeah, honestly, there's not much in terms of fresh fruit.
So, back onto a more usual topic. Besides a train, what's the most ridiculous way anime characters have traveled through space?
What's okay? America. They have traveled through space via. Was it New America? I can't remember. It's what you call it? Gundam G Fight. No, G Fighter Gundam. I can't. Shit, what was it? It's Gundam G. G Gundam. Whatever. Where basically they have special asteroids for all the countries. The American one is a giant star, and it's there you go.
Oh.
It's a ridiculous way to travel through space.
Oh, that's painful.
Like, well, the American Gundam was what you call it looked like an American football player, but with boxing gloves.
Well, if you were, like me, suffering from some kind of cold and took experimental medication to cure it, what kind of bodily function would you have that kills everyone and forces the entire Japanese military to hunt you down?
What? What kind of bodily function?
So, this comes off the back of an anime that I recently got a letter to called Stink Bomb. It's part of an anthology, and it's literally a guy gets a cold. He works for a bioengineering firm, and he goes into this bioengineering firm. They give him some experimental medication to get him over his fever, and he ends up producing a fart cloud that literally kills people, and it ends up with him on a moped getting hunted down by the entire Japanese military.
Well, okay, so what? But I'm gonna say like, so, you know, something similar. It comes from what you call eating. Oh God! So we went to this the Golden Temple. I can't remember the name of the temple. But they had this like ice cream, and it's like premium ice cream. I'm like, oh, okay. So we had some ice cream. I had this matcha flavored ice cream, and it did not sit well with the Brits. The Brits were sort of synchronized ill, so to speak. And yes. So I was the one that had the matcha ice cream, and what you call it? It was like my friends were like, oh no, how could it possibly be the ice cream? You know, it must have gone through your digestive system like far too quickly. And I'm like, I can tell you it was the ice cream because it was fucking green.
Like a nun's first curry.
Oh God!
Oh my God! I've just got a picture of an anime Xeno on a moped, streaming partially digested matcha behind him as he's hunted down by tanks and Apache longbows. My day has been made. I feel better already. Great.
Have fun editing this, Nat.
I will. This is amazing.
Xeno Teppanyaki. How do you classify anime versus a cartoon? And would you classify Family Guy as anime?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the second part first. Family Guy is not an anime, right? A lot of it comes down from the energy that is directed, right? So like how they do the angles, how they emphasize the shots, how they do the action, how they build the story, so on and so forth. A lot of Western stuff, in order to make it all seamless, they will animate the they'll draw the environment to match the animation style of the characters. So, bright, vibrant colors, or, it's just, yeah. Whereas a lot of anime still functions on matte paintings. So, where you'll have a background artist that, effectively paints the background much like the old 1980s or 1970s style, large camera shots for specific, like Star Wars, where lots of shots were just, that's just a matte painting that no one can tell. But again, it's also action lines, the ridiculousness of the plot, and yeah, so you got some serious borderline anime out there. So things like Castlevania, it tends to lean more into its Western roots than it does with its Eastern, and also perhaps Avatar: The Last Airbender. I still argue Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's one that I think about, yeah.
Yeah, I still say that that's an anime, but it does still lean on its Western.
Counterpoint, how about King of the Hill?
No.
And the reason I ask is because there is a large argument in Japan. Apparently Japan loves King of the Hill. And Japanese viewers actually argue among themselves whether it's better to watch it sub or dubbed. So it's really determining if something is an anime if the fan base has a big schism about sub or dub. Do you think that might also contribute to something being an anime?
It could, but again, is that just not people being elitist? Because I mean,
it's King of the Hill we're talking about here.
I mean, my preference is watching French movies in the original French with subtitles. Doesn't mean it's anime.
Where's your problem? You're watching French movies.
Oh, come off it. Come off it. Le Femme Nikita. Oh, come on, man. Wasabi. Have you seen Wasabi?
Whatever. You don't have to keep doing it.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. In a show that I'm currently following, the current story arc centers around humanity being under attack by a monster the size of Godzilla, with a razor-sharp horn, powerful range attacks, and capable of flying 45 times the speed of sound. What anime character should be deployed to assist?
As in to fight it or to assist it?
Yeah, fight it.
I'm thinking Crayon-drawn Shin-chan for some reason. What would be a good character to fight that? You know what? I'm going to go to a golden oldie. I'm going to say Tekkaman Blade. There you go. Just get in your power suit and beat the crap out of the giant monster and save the day, because I am nothing if not predictable without triggering any alarms. Though, to be fair, I really want to rewatch Tekkaman Blade after. So, again, the first discovery we found was a Tekkaman Blade, sort of like Gunpla builder kit thing. And it was just like, what? I didn't even know this thing existed, and I had to buy it. So I will be building that. Random story.
All right, on to the bonus questions. And if you want to see the bonus questions, then please sign up to patreon.com/Xenogelion, where you can also get a picture of Xeno's pervy statue that he bought.
Damn it! Commit me to things.
That's a new Becca thing that I've just invented and is totally canon. Well, there we have it. Another show, another demonstration of how animated degeneracy leads to YouTube channels and disappointed parents. We're all very glad to see Xeno back home safe. The wheels of justice still grinding, and enough crime sausage to go around. So until next time, you filthy basement dwellers, we're out. Bye!